So today we're going to be discussing the real versus the fake Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Um, one of these is real and one of these is fake. And in this video, I'm just going to go over what to look for, what to do, and how to spot these fakes. Because um, just appearance-wise, they look pretty close to each other. It's kind of hard to tell which is the real and which is the fake just by looking. Um, as far as I can see, the boxes are a little different. Like that one has a little shine to it. It's a little bit shinier than that one. Little details. I don't think the sticker, because the sticker on the real one didn't look like the right sticker. So sometimes that's very deceiving. You can go by the sticker, try to, but the fake one on these, the sticker looked just like the real deal. Get that. Get that. So, I mean, you can tell that box. That box. So, I mean, if you're trying to go by the box, I mean, the only thing I can say is, I think the fake Samsung boxes are a little bit shinier. That's what I've noticed. This is the fake Samsung over here. This is the real. And if you're just looking at box, it's very hard to tell. Like I said, box-wise, I'm not really too much into that just because where I got the real one at, it's a cellular company, and I don't know if they pulled it out of a box and put it in like a different that's kind of like it, but I would not go by just the box. So here's the phones. Pretty similar. Same length. They look just alike. This is the fake. This is the real. The real, I did put a camera shield over it, but with the fake, you can tell that bottom camera looks like it's got a blue sapphire or something in it. That's completely fake. That is not a camera. And the cameras on these are terrible, so all you'd have to do is open that thing up and look at the camera. You're definitely not going to get a good camera and then a bad phone. Like, the camera on these is what pretty much makes this phone. So that's one thing that you could open up and look for. I'm going to show you the camera on this thing. Let me see. Turn this thing on. See if this one's on. We'll turn. Yep, that one's on. So that's the startup. So yeah, this is the fake. Let's go in and I'll show you the camera. If you look, it only goes to like 10 times. And the quality, you can tell, is pretty terrible. There's no portrait. It doesn't have all the extras. So if your gut's telling you something's wrong, it's wrong. You see how that don't have portrait? It doesn't have any extra stuff on it. It's just kind of basic. And another thing I saw is you go to the home screen or the settings screen. I can't get your quick settings are dropped down. You know, certain buttons wouldn't work. You can't get any smart cast. I couldn't find that, so I tried to drop down, and that 3 buttons, it doesn't work. And then I went to settings, and then you start going down through here, and then these just don't look right. And then I started looking for general settings or general management, and they didn't have it. So I just thought it was weird that they didn't have it. But here was the real, I'll show you the real kicker. Go to apps. And if you see that, look how clunky all these look. These look just like a, you know, like a Google TV app center or whatever, where you know, these phones don't have clunky looking apps like that. Like the gallery. These all look like an Android TV box or something. This looks like, this was the first thing. I went to this and I saw this and I'm like, these definitely don't look like you know, a premium Android phone. So yeah, as you can clearly see, these do not, these aren't clunky. Like, look at the chrome. Look how big that chrome. You know, it's all clunky and stuff. So, you know, I knew that wasn't right. And then the camera was terrible. So then you download CPU X. Click on that. And you'll go to the operating. This will show you what it's running. And when I saw that, octa-core 1.5, that's old. That's old, an old processor. Okay, so side to side. So I'll hit that one. So yeah, you see, this uses Snapdragon 8. That's what it should say, Snapdragon 8. Samsung Ultra is not going to be running an octa-core 1.5. Yeah, see, it just more stuff extra. Go back, go to memory, go to memory. You see, total internal 32. I mean, it has 512 on the back of the box. See, total internal 512. This is the real one. 512. This should say 512. It's 32. So they kind of mask it. They mask it in the settings, because I can go to file manager. And you see how they kind of mask it? It says 512. That's not right. This doesn't have 512. It has 32. So somehow they've changed it to where it shows you 512, But when you run that program, you're really getting 32, because it should say it over here. This is the real phone. And also, this is another thing I've noticed. See that, how that big that camera is right there? Compared to that. See how big the camera? That black dot is about double the size of that for ratio. So that's another indicator. But yeah, if you just look, these two phones are pretty close. Like, if you just look at it, it's really hard to tell. They weigh about the same. Like, this has good weight to it. This almost weighs more than the real phone. So I would not go by looks, and the picture looks pretty good on this phone. So it's definitely very deceiving. Whoever made this phone did a good job, and it's very sneaky. You guys got to really watch it. You know, like this. This is what I was talking about. You should be able to click these three dots over here and see how you get your quick panel. You can edit that out. You can't do that over here. It doesn't let you. You just click on it. The search, it won't let me search. I kept hitting on the search. So if things aren't working, that's a good indicator. Or if you're missing things, or things just look clunky, you know, things should not look clunky on a high-end phone like that. So if all else fails, you know, like I said, when you take that phone out, look at the camera first thing. I checked the IMEI on this one, and it came back a Samsung phone. It came back a Samsung S23 Ultra. It came back good. And this has two IMEI numbers, and they both came back good. So you can't just run that and think you're going to get the real deal. These both showed that it was the real phone, and it's not. This is the fake over here. So like I said, pull it out, and then go straight to the camera, and then, you know, go to apps, and then look at the apps. Make sure they're not clunky. I think this one's running Nougat. I think that's what it said. Which is old. I mean, we're on like Android 13. So yeah, guys, right there says Nougat. Operating system 7.0. The new one should be running Android 13. This is running Android 7 Nougat. So it's way old. You can't update. It says the update is to the latest. So you can't even update these. So yeah, it's definitely old stuff. This phone would be good for, you know, watching movies and casting off of it, or using it as your storing some of your music or whatever. But yeah, don't get snookered with this phone. Like I said, open that camera up. If you don't have the camera settings and it doesn't look like it should, you're going to know if this is real just by the camera settings, because they're not going to put all the great, you know, the hardware. If it's an old operating system, your camera's not going to be, it's not going to be a good one. That's kind of the heart of these phones, is the camera. And like I said, if you have a chance, you know, try to be by a Wi-Fi or something. Have them come to your house, or, you know, try to get that CPU X on this phone. And if you do that, you can see the hardware. You know, if you go to their house to pick this up, see if you can get on there and download that. If they won't let you do it to check it, then it's going to be a fake phone. Like, if they're just not letting you check it out. So so yeah, those are all the telltale signs. Other than that, the pin, the S Pen doesn't come out very smooth on this. You kind of got to really pull it out. It's kind of it's hard to get out, where this one comes out pretty smooth. So yeah, if it's You know, you really got to pull on this. It's kind of hard to get out. I'm trying to do this one-handed here. But yeah, see that? As soon as I pulled that out, that's not even all the way out. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. See the real S Pen? You're going to get that little circle on there. Right there. That's the real S Pen. Fake S Pen won't have this. It will not have that little circle there. So look for that. You can pull out that S Pen and go there. If you don't see that, that's probably a good indication also. This is the fake S Pen. You see at the bottom, it's just blunt. There's no pin at the bottom. So your top one's your real S Pen. Your bottom one, your fake. As you can see, the top, it has a point to it. The bottom one's just a blunt. They look close, but yeah, the real one has your little pin on the top. The fake one does not. I think the other fake ones, they didn't even have a pin. So yeah, they're getting really scary, guys. They're getting they're looking pretty close, but yeah. So yeah, that's your real S Pen on top there compared to the fake on bottom. So yeah, guys, just a few details. Look for that. Trying to help everyone out with this. I did get my hands on a fake one, so I figured why not do a video with both phones, so everyone can see what the differences are. So yeah, that's the first thing. I kept going down and looking for general management. I could not find general management in there, so I knew, okay, something's not right. Plus developer options were open on the other one. Usually they don't come like that. So yeah, the fake did not have this general management. And then, like I said, I went to apps, and then they looked clunky. They did not look like they should on the phone. They look like they would on an Android box. So yeah, if you guys have the ability to download CPUX, download that. That's going to tell you 100% whether that phone's fake or not. It's going to tell you the operating system, memory, processor in it. So yeah, that is one of the biggest keys right there, is that app will tell you. So that was my final nail in the coffin. That's how I figured it out, was I downloaded that and found that it was running old operating system. So yeah, guys, hope this can help, you know, anyone out there what to look for. Don't just go by the IEMI number, because these one, you know, the number for this one, there was two of them. They both checked out. So yeah, guys, don't get snookered. Like I said, first thing I would do is pull out that camera and look at the quality. Fake ones definitely are not going to have the quality of the real ones. That to me is the main deal, is looking at the camera. You know, if you can't zoom in a million times with these, like this one, you can zoom in and see, you know, a good picture. With these, you can't. It's going to be a terrible quality. If it's a terrible quality picture, video, it's fake. Tell them you're not interested and get out of there. So hope this helps, guys.